Sports to the bone family. Rise and shine, rise and shine. A blessed morning to you all. Get up, man. It's time for us to get ourselves prepared for day two of the third test match between West Indies and England. Have a couple of things I want to talk to you guys about. Jaden Seals, he was actually interviewed after day one. Had a couple of interesting things to say. Gonna be sharing that with you guys. We also see where the Reggae Boyz and El Salvador had their World Cup qualifier game yesterday. So we'll talk about that further down in the video. But we're going to kick things off with Jaden Seals. But before we go any further, hit that subscribe button, man. Turn on the post notification bell. Leave a like and drop a comment. I don't know, we're always telling you guys to do those things, Alright, so gonna be talking about that interview now. I must say, listening the interview, I was really impressed with the way in which Jaden Seals, handled himself, spoke clearly, spoke fluently, answered the question, was to the point, and seems as if he has a good brain on his body. So I really respect him based on how he answered the questions. Now, as I said, he was asked mostly about the bowling conditions and things like that on the pitch. He was letting them know that they really wanted to get them out way before 200, as one would have suspected. They were probably looking at about 150, but they really let them off the hook. And I definitely agree with you, Jaden Seals. You guys really let them off the hook there. He was saying, if they get in this sort of situation once again, hopefully they can do better and come out on top. So that is a very good thing, for him to say, identifying that, it wasn't ideal, and in the future they need to fix it. You see, these are things that you look at, you listen when you're listening to interview. You answer the question, yes, but how detailed are you? The fact that he was able to say, listen, we got them out for 200. It wasn't ideal. We let them off the hook. But here what? If we are put in that situation again, we are going to put out, and we are probably going to try and see if we can come out on top. So, handle that question extremely well. He was also saying that the pitch has a lot in it for the bowlers, once you can keep it full. So, basically we noticed that they were trying to get the ball right up there. A couple of them missed their length, probably straight onto the pads of batsmen, and were probably worked every now and again. But as we saw there, the pitch seems as if it had a lot in it for the bowlers. And to be fair to the bowlers, they definitely deserve it. Antigua wasn't kind to them. Barbados wasn't kind to the bowlers either. So, it's just for the batsmen to go out there now and, hopefully they can survive. I mean, if they can survive the new ball, the first 20-25 overs, then, we should definitely be able to put some runs on the board. England bat on the pitch, we are going to have to bat on it just the same. So, let us see. Jaden Seals, was also saying that it gets harder. It gets harder the older the ball the older the ball gets, as one would assume. But if you're able to really dig in, put in the work as a bowler, then there's something in it right throughout. So the pitch didn't really change much according to him. The more the day went on, it didn't really change, because even it's just that the ball was a little bit softer, because even when they got the new ball, it was doing a little bit. It was still doing something further down in the evening, which showed that the pitch was still basically lively. He said that he's really pleased. He's really pleased with this type of wicket, and who wouldn't be? Which pace bowler wouldn't be pleased to be playing on something like this? You only want to hope that your batsmen will be able to handle it. Wokes is in the next team, is in England's team, and he's somebody that is known to move the ball a little bit. But the good thing is that he's not usually very good outside of England. So we're just gonna have to hope that these conditions don't really play into his hand and help him out. Going over into England now, he's going to probably be trying to do his best to see if he can get into the team when they are back home. I think they are going to be playing New Zealand over there in England next, if I'm not mistaken. So, he's definitely going to be trying to see if he can get in. But as it relates to that pitch, we don't want to get a dose of our own medicine. He was also asked what he thinks about getting arrested. Saying a lot of persons, the interviewer was letting him know that persons are saying that they probably should arrest him because he's playing back-to-back tests and he's still not fully developed. The man say, "Hear what? Once he can play, he will play, and he wants to play. He's gonna put everything out there for West Indies, everything once he's able to play." We like to hear that passion. We like to hear that passion, but based on how skillful this youngster is, it's hard for me to say, but I think it's just a matter of time. I think it's just a matter of a time. I don't know if that is why West Indies are trying to hide him from the white ball team, but I think it's just a matter of time before he really starts playing some white ball game and break out, and people start hunting him down because he's skillful. He gets the ball to move both ways, and he presents a very nice seam. When he's bowling, he presents a very nice seam, and he manipulates the ball extremely well. So probably it's just a matter of time. He also went on to say in the interview that 200, he was asked whether or not he thinks this might be the par score, and he said, yeah, 200 probably is a good par score, based on the fact that the pitch is a bit lively. It might be good, and the series is basically well poised. It's just for the batsmen to go out there, according to him, and do the good work that they have been doing throughout the series so far. So, I hope the batsmen heard that interview. I hope the opener, Mr. John Campbell, know that he will need to chip in. Brooks and everybody need to chip in, but I just calling out a couple of guys that really need a couple of big innings. So, yeah, Jaden C is just letting them know that here what the bowlers did their job, even though they wanted to clean up it faster, didn't clean up faster. About 204, they would take it. And just as I was saying in the video that I did yesterday, if before the game they were asked whether or not they would take at the end of day one England getting bowled out for 204, they would say yes, they would take it. But looking at where they had them before, it's a bit disappointing. And it's the same thing Jaden Sears was saying. They really should have closed out the innings, but they just have to look at it saying, all right, 204 all out. That is something that they're going to work with, and the batsmen just need to try and get the work done. Also spoke about the fans, saying that he's really happy that Grenada, they were allowed. Well, the leaders of the country, Dr. Keith Mitchell, I think, is the man over there, allowed fans to come in and to support. But they're definitely going to be trying to work with it, even though it's a bittersweet moment. He imagined for the fans, seeing that we started off so well, and then we're not able to really clean them up. But yeah, man, that's basically what he had to say. And well, he, as I said earlier, the man let them know that Jamaica is one of his favorite places. Well, it's probably his favorite place to play right now, because probably because of the success that he would have had there before. We might need to put in a paperwork, Jaden Seals, and see if we can get you over to Jamaica. Yeah, man, we put in the paperwork. Anyhow, yeah. So 204 is what we go after, my viewers and subscribers. So hopefully the captain Brathwaite and John Campbell will be able to put together a good partnership, and they will be able to get pretty close to that total before the end of the day, or overall it. So yeah, that's basically it as we go into day two. As I said, we finished off yesterday. We got the last wicket there, Mahmood getting 49. So we won't have to go back. Well, the bowlers won't have to go back out there. Hopefully they won't have to go out there too early, because we don't know if our batsmen have any surprises for us, and the bowlers might have to go out there and do something. So yeah, that is where we are at. So the bowlers go out there to hunt 204. So yeah, that is it where the cricket is concerned. Hopefully lunchtime we can give a little bit of report and talk about it and see where we're at. Now, just before I close, just to touch on the World Cup qualifier that was played yesterday, last night, you can say, between Jamaica, Reggae Boyz, and El Salvador. You can say that the door is basically shut for the Reggae Boyz. Them kind of dark. They played out to a 1-1 draw. In minute two, it was El Salvador that scored first in minute 21. And then, we were able to equalize in minute number 72 by Andre Gray. And that is where it finished 1-1. A couple of our players that, one would have wanted them to play, they weren't available. So we used what we had, and we weren't able to get anything better than a draw. So that is it. We also see where Italy will not be at the World Cup. The last two, I think, to North Macedonia, if I'm not mistaken. You can correct me in the comment section. Yeah, but they lost yesterday, and they're definitely not going to be in this stage in another World Cup. So people like Verratti and Georgina and those guys definitely going to be missing out. Yeah, what that is it. That is how it is, my viewers and subscribers. It is the game of sport. You win some, you lose some. Yeah, we're gonna leave it right there for now. Big up on yourself. All right.